What's going on? What's going on, everybody? It's your boy Deonte Burden, aka Mr. Short Dollar himself. Happy Thursday, happy Thursday. Let me make sure I got everything mic'd up right with everything. If you've noticed, your boy, I'm at the crib tonight. We got a great show planned for you guys tonight, and I'll share with you exactly what we'll be talking about in a second. We'll make sure I got everything together. Listen, guys. You want to know the real secret to business success. The real secret to business success is not having this great service, is not having this solid product. The real secret to business success is being able to listen to your customers. To be able to listen to your customers, that's the secret to business success. And what I'm going to do is teach you guys tonight. We're going to have a discussion where we're going to discuss how to actually listen to your customers, acquire feedback, how to make adjustments and changes, all to provide you success with your business. Far too often, people, when they get into business, they have their vision of what they want to do, how they want to go about things, with their business. But the reality of it is, like I always tell you guys, it's not that the customer is always right, but the customer is always paying you. And a lot of times, business owners, because they're so stuck on their vision and what they want to do, they get, so straight line thinking that this is the way it has to go. But the people that actually paying for that product or service, they may not necessarily want it. As a business owner, these are the particular services you want to provide. These are the actual foods at your restaurant that you want to cook. But people don't like it. The thing that you probably like doing the least, that's what people are going crazy for. And you got to make a decision as a business owner, how far you want to go into it. How far do you want to push something that people really aren't interested in, right? How they're showing interest. They're showing interest with their money. And that's not coming around as a business owner. Sometimes we got to sit here and pump the brakes and say, listen, I got what I want to do, but it's not working. So again, tonight we're going to talk about the importance of customer feedback, how to listen, how to take information, how to analyze, and how to implement changes to satisfy your customers, okay? And also learn how to decipher good feedback from bad feedback. Sometimes you got people just complaining. Sometimes you got people giving you solid feedback, how to decipher that information. So we're going to have a great show planned for you guys tonight, okay? Again, we're talking about the importance of customer feedback. Again, before I might get off track, before we get started, you see I'm at the crib. 316 Rick had a little procedure today. And so we're going to keep Rick and our thoughts and prayers. And all the Misfits family will give a Cliff with a West Side Misfits comedy day, CJ Day, his birthday. So happy birthday to him. But I want to just tell everybody, man, I'm glad to be here and stuff. We've been at a great show. I think we had we might be knocking at 80,000 subscribers right now for Mr. Short Dollar. We're knocking at the door. We're right there at it. So I want to tell everybody for all the, the growth and everything we're doing well with that. I want to tell everybody from the bottom of my heart, I appreciate all the love and support. But I do think when I'm thinking about drafting this show, the importance of customer feedback. So many people want to go down the road of entrepreneurship. And again, they got a ton of vision of what they want to do and provide for their customers. But it is real tough. I know sometimes you get in business, you see people that have complaints, that people want to make changes in certain things. And as a business owner, you're in a funky spot because you got to say, man, this is legitimate. Are they just griping and complaining or anything, this something that I can fix? Because, I've been on the other side too. When you went to a restaurant and the food was subpar, well, we don't do refunds. We don't make exchange. Like, well, look, man, it's not good, right? And then you've been certain places where they want you ask for certain things. Hey, can you, do it this way? No, we only do it that way. And it may be that, they're just being a butt, or it may just be a way that they just can't do it differently, depending on how they got the particular product or particular how they provide the service. They might can't change it or customize it to you, right? But we're going to have, because, again, this show is basically, for entrepreneurs, people being potential entrepreneurs, want to get into business, how to be able to analyze customer feedback. Again, the importance of customer feedback. Again, guys, this is the Dollar Hour. I am Deonte Burden, aka Mr. Short Dollar himself. Right now, we're streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and Twitter. But the main hub is the Mr. Short Dollar YouTube channel, where we talk about personal finance, business, entrepreneurship, and investing. We have over 1,000 videos on the YouTube channel. We have an active grants playlist with over 150 different grant opportunities at any given time on the YouTube channel. So whatever platform you're looking at it, be it Facebook, TikTok, Instagram, remember the main hub is the Mr. Short Dollar YouTube channel. So if you do have to leave from this show, go to Mr. Short Dollar on YouTube, check out this video in its full entirety, and also take advantage of the grants playlist. We post videos. Like I said, we got over 150 different grants at any given time on the YouTube channel. And people are always asking, hey, you guys, hey, give me more information. Shit, go to the YouTube channel, Mr. Short Dollar. Got a lot of great information, especially you want to personal finance, entrepreneurship. I'm an accountant, been in business over 24 years. I own a business service firm. We knee deep right now with tax season. Doing great. 24 years in business. So I think your boy doing something right, but we been doing well, but also, just doing the channel and stuff. I'm having a lot of fun helping everyone. Like I said, even with the channel growing it, we may be at 80,000. I'll check before the end of the show, but we're right at scratching at it. But definitely want to tell you guys again, thank you from the bottom of my heart. But I don't want to hold up too long because this information that we're talking about, again, the importance of customer feedback, I think all entrepreneurs need to know about this, guys, because I'm super serious about this. One of the things, I'm just share a story myself. I owned a salon for 17 years. I'm an accountant, but about 20 years ago, I had a little money in my pocket. I was just trying to buy different little businesses up, and I had bought my salon. And one of the things about the salon was when I acquired the salon, we're talking about, again, the importance of customer feedback. So, this just a tidbit, because I do know that I have quite a few stylists and barbers that actually follow the channel. So one quick thing when you think about it is when you start talking about who's your customer, when you guys just say you have a barbershop or a salon, the first question that all of them should ask is, who is your customer? So a lot of times people will think that the people that come in your door, they're getting a haircut is your customer. But if you're doing the booth rent model, right, which is one of the most common, the barbers and stylists are your customers, not their particular customers that are coming in. If you're actually doing a commission-based model, that's when the individuals coming off the street, those are your customers. But if it's more of a booth rent or suite rent, chair rent, the actual barber or the stylist, those are your customers. So with that said, when I acquired the salon, I always been pretty decent as a businessman. So I had the X's and O's. And I think I was in my 20s. I think I was 30 years old when me and my ex-wife bought that salon. But, I was always sharp, still am with numbers and everything. And I was just more so like, hey, if I get these in, I add this, take away that, this, we can be making this kind of money. Because the reason why I bought the salon, because it was closing up, because the previous owner did a poor job in my eyes of actually, just forecasting costs, things that are my strong suit. The issue comes up is when I bought a salon, I'm on this business stuff. I'm not thinking salon stuff. What I mean by that was the young ladies in the salon, they were like, D, we need to add this, we need to add that, put some more touches in. And I'm thinking more cut stuff out so we can start getting the math working the right way. The issue come up is I'm so stuck on this damn business and math stuff, I'm not listening to my customers, which were my stylists. And so there were some things that were antiquated that were in the salon. I had to make it, put some things in there. It need to be more up to date, more feminine, more secure, things like that. But I wasn't listening to them. I'm listening to my damn calculator. And when it was all said and done, I made the changes that I felt I needed to make, but the math wasn't working. So at some point, you got to sit there and say to yourself, well, look, I'm stuck on the way I want to do. The hell what they trying to say? Or like, look, dummy, how much money you gonna burn? Because it ain't hard to waste money, right? We anybody can just set it, like I did when I had that studio, right? And unfortunately, I ain't had no customers even to listen to then. But at that time, I had in the salon, I had customers, and so I just had to stop. Like, look, man, Pooch, look, get out your own way. I started listening to them, make some changes. I ain't saying I made all the changes, but let me kind of, open my ears, open my mind, shut the hell up, listen. And then from that point, I got everything in place. It was lights out. It was lights out. But But it was a classic example for myself. I had to just kind of, you know, get out the way, listen to my customers, analyze it, because some of the things they wanted to do mathematically, there was not going to be an ROI or return on investment for doing it. So, those are the kind of things where I tell people when you start wanting to do certain things, the math still got to work, right? If I pay for this, can I sell this at this price? Is this group of people going to pay for it at that price? Will it come back to me? Everybody's not going to be able to do that. What's up, Trey Nicole? Trey Nicole said, yeah, to humble yourself. Yeah, definitely had to humble myself, because far too often people like myself, and when I say this about myself, you've had success doing certain things and you figure that you can always be successful and do certain stuff, but some things just ain't gonna work. It has nothing to do with how confident or how confident I am in myself. Some things just not gonna work, and you got to do it certain ways, and you don't really know how that stuff is gonna happen till you get get in those situations, rather, right? So that's why I say I was so on my, doing this type stuff. I got it. And it wasn't working. And fortunate enough for me, I came, I had to pump the brakes and just did that. Because a lot of times people don't, they don't make them changes. Like, people want to listen to them. But like I told you, I'm not one of those captains that are going to go down with the ship. I see it leaking. We need to start getting it fixed and stuff. So we was able to get that together. But definitely when we talk about tonight's show, we're talking about the importance of customer feedbacks, how to be able to pay attention to your customers, gather that data, analyze it, process it, and be able to implement strategies, to help you out. Because I think everybody want to make money to get in the business. Some people go in with like, I just want to help people. I just want to make an impact on the community, and I just want to help the world. And I do believe a lot of times people are genuine with it, but you still want to make money, because at the end of the day, you can help everybody. And you can't pay the bills, right? And that happens all the time. You see these with a lot of these programs and shelters, they're closing left and right. There has to be some kind of income producing aspect, be it through something that they're doing, something that they're offering, or even something that they're inquiring. Now, your donations, all your contributions, but you still have to have some kind of model in place to be able to sustain yourself. And that's why I want to have that conversation with you guys tonight. So listen, if you have any situations where I got a call in phone, guys. Anyway, but if you have any situations where like, hey man, I didn't want to do this with a customer. Customers are saying this with me, or you got things that you might question about situations. Feel free to leave it in the chat. Feel free to put that comment in the chat. Again, we're talking about the importance of customer service. So if you do have things where you're just wondering, not customer service, customer feedback, I apologize. The importance of customer feedback, being able to listen to your core customers and being able to make adjustments from that information. So if you have a situation like that, feel free to leave, a comment in the chat while we discuss everything. And what I want you guys to think about when we start talking about why is customer feedback. So I keep saying customer service. I'm sorry, y'all. It's tax season. Y'all got to forgive me. Again, the importance of customer feedback. Why is customer feedback so important, or why is so critical to a business? Because number one, feedback helps you improve your product or service, right? At the end of the day, people can say, say certain things. And I was talking to my partner this morning. Me and him was talking about, like, people can have gripes and comments. One of the biggest things to differentiate, just to see the legitimacy of a feedback and a complaint, just how you easy way to decipher it, using the numbers. And what I mean by numbers, people can say certain things like, hey man, this don't taste right. I don't really like how that look, or, it didn't come out funny, or they move too slow. But if your numbers justify it, we still making sales. We're still producing. Those are just, I won't say they complaints, but that's just how people feels, right? That's their opinions, right? We can look at it and put the weight, we want to just kind of weight the amount that's on the feedback. But if you're still having success, right? You're still doing well, you're still producing stuff, and people are saying certain things like, you need to have a different color, you need to have this, that, and that, but the things that you're doing are working, that's their opinion, right? You listen to it, you don't blow it off. You listen to it, and you might take it, and you might let me just dabble with it with some of these things. But for the most part, if things are working and moving and stuff like that, you're just like, okay, we good. And that's why I say a lot of times the easy way to decipher is just to see, what the trends are doing. If we're actually selling and we're actually doing, it's, you can say, hey, listen, again, we don't want to be mean, or just be short sighted and say it's a complaint, but we can base a lot of it off the data in regards to what they're doing. If the numbers ain't showing people losing interest, people not purchasing or acquiring our product or service, we can kind of look at that, right? So that's, you can kind of look at it. You get a little intel, maybe try a little something different, put a little something in the mix. You can do that. But that's one of the chief things about it. Because, you go into your bar, go into your restaurant, body's not coming in there, people. Then now you start trying to get an intel. Now some of it might be y'all too high, y'all too slow, where y'all located at. And you can still, from that point, you can just try to take different feedback and then process it from there. But if things are running smooth, that's, again, we're just trying to see how you wait that out. So again, we're talking about the importance of customer feedback and why feedback is so important. Prove products or services. Understand, again, what customers really want. And, that's why I say, like, sometimes we can get so caught into people's desires and wants, but the math gonna always math, right? When the math is always going to turn out in regards to what the customer, how they feel about certain things. Because even though you can have a price that can be, people feel like it's high, folks still buy it, right? People still buy it. You look at, especially premium items, foreign cars, foreign clothes, Gucci, Louis, and all that, they're high, right? They're it's a premium on it. They don't do all that too much advertising or anything like that, but people still buy it because they want it. So sometimes, what I might feel is expensive, you might find a different kind of level that you look at it for. So you just kind of look at those aspects. Again, we're talking about the how critical it is for you to look at customer feedback. Build loyalty by making customers feel heard. Like, people feel like, okay, oh, we did say that, and they did put those, put the heaters outside. They put some chairs because there's a line outside waiting for the food. They got a couple of chairs out there. They put up some fans and stuff. Sometimes here in Atlanta, it's so damn country. Usually when people open up a new restaurant, everybody just goes there for like maybe a month or so and was waiting in line for hours. And then, after that month or so went by, they go to the next place. But I think what my personal opinion is, a lot of times people lose it because of they don't be accommodating to the people that are actually doing certain things. Because like it's trendy, people wait in line for, Susie's Kitchen, Raggedy Kitchen, but it's new, right? Same thing what happened years ago with the Popeyes had what's that, the chicken sandwich? Popeyes had the chicken sandwich, folks wrap around. Just imagine if things were done to accommodate people that was inconvenienced to wait for your stuff, right? When you make people feel good, people remember that. Oh man, it was late, but they came out, they gave us fans, they gave us, a little free drink, they gave us this, something to make people feel like loyal or feel wanted, right? That's why customer feedback is so important. We can get so comfortable so quick because the demand is there. And once the demand goes, you try to reel folks back in, it ain't that easy. Well, we always talk about in business, it costs more money to get a new customer than it is to just retain the ones you have. If you got people there, people love you, people care about you, do that. That's what, I mean, one of the biggest reasons I think I've been in business over 24 years, because I went to funerals, I went to birthday parties, I've been to engagement parties, I've been to graduations with customers, and I got I'm doing grandkids taxes now, right? Because my people know that at the end of the day, they got an issue coming up. Hey, D, we need to talk to you. It's 8, 9 o'clock at night. It's too late. What's going on? Let's talk. So when you build that, people remember that, right? And another thing we've just, knowing the importance of customer feedback, you got to identify trends and you kind of stay ahead of your competitors, right? There are a lot of people that missed out on stuff that, that didn't jump on AI. There was a lot of people that missed certain things when they didn't look at, from a technological standpoint with different advances. Just imagine people that had instant growth because they were doing the advertising on social media with their restaurants and things like that. Staying ahead of the curve, jumping on trends and stuff like that. Because, you can be at a point where you're like, man, I ain't doing no damn TikTok videos. I ain't doing no Instagram videos. I'm finna just cook. But that's almost damn near part of survival to be able to do it, right? Because people want to see you out there. They want to see you. People, I had videos that, just did, it was a couple years ago. That video still gets spins in regards to one when I was in my Riverdale office, just going in, hey, y'all, this is a day in the life of me at the office. Now, anybody knows accounting is boring as hell, right? I love it. Right? Been doing it over 20 years. But just people going there saying, okay, that's his wall, that's his desk, that's his chair, that's his pencil sharpener. I guess, people are like, okay, this is cool. You got a little nice music playing in the background, but just knowing things that people want to see that you might not necessarily be interested in doing. But what I would tell you again, guys, you're not paying for your product or service. So sometimes you got to let your interest of what you want to do and what people want, kind of have some kind of a marriage, right? So it's very, very, very important to make sure that you're listening to customer feedback. It's very, very important that you make sure you're doing that. But again, guys, remember what I told you. Feedback, you have to be able to learn how to decipher. Sorry, my damn head at you. You have to be able to learn how to decipher the difference with feedback and just complaints. Again, we remember what we said. We want to kind of start looking at metrics. That's one key thing I don't think a lot of business owners do anyway. I just think a lot of business owners go off feelings. They go off feelings. When you're looking at your financials every month, you should be looking at your financials nightly, weekly, monthly to see. Because that way you can't get a line around the building confused. And then at the end of the day, when you done paid all your bills, you're like, how are we still in the red? And we're busy. You got to be able to look at them numbers. You got to be able to look at stuff. You got to be able to analyze stuff, guys. I'm just telling y'all, do not get traffic confused with profits. Do not get being busy confused with money in the bank. That does not, it doesn't resonate. I seen an interview today, and I don't know how old it was, but what's his name? Pinky Cole, the one that has not juicy crab, slutty vegan. She had it was an interview, don't know how long ago it was, and she said she was just not, I don't think it was that old. She said she was just looking at one thing she was just learning, that her overhead, her cost, the cost to run the business was just so high. And she was just saying that real time she wasn't capturing the profit she thought she was, because the actual cost to carry, the cost to run the business was so high. And I was just so shocked to know that the growth and development that chain has had. And that's something that just damn coming up. Now, I know the vast majority of entrepreneurs that are out here aren't, 4 damn business degrees like I got. I get that part. With doing it. But that was just something glaring to be at that stage where she at, and she was just like noticing overhead was so high. Whereas that probably one of the first damn things I'm looking at when we start building everything out, like how much is it going to cost to make this money? We charge these prices on top of what was going to cost us to run it and get a profit. But it just go to show me, like, people look at different stuff and they can have different degrees of success. And again, I don't know the financials of the company. I'm assuming they're doing well. Like I said, it's a damn assumption just because I'm looking like anybody else, especially from a growth perspective. But it just go to show, a lot of time people just do not look at those financials. They don't sit here and analyze what they got going on. And we got to get out of that as business owners, because you can see at a certain point, sometimes, even when I see people that actually close their businesses, man, you should have been closed. That shit wasn't gonna work. It wasn't gonna work from the get-go, right? And so many times folks will fight it, and that could be pride, I don't want to put my money in, I don't want to let it go. Just like you see somebody get a car repossessed, they'll hide that car, put that car somewhere, and knowing they can't keep it. But because they put something in it, I just can't let it go like that. I just can't let you get it back, whatever. But at the end of the day, you're probably doing them a favor by actually, probably doing you a favor rather taking it off your hands. So again, we're talking about the importance of customer feedback. You got to know, guys, you got to know how important it is to be able to listen to your customers. And again, we're going to go through the whole process of listening to your customers, acquiring information, processing it, and then laying out remedies for everything. Okay, so we're going to go through the whole gamut. We're doing everything. Again, I am Deonte Burden, aka Mr. Short Dollar himself. Yeah, right now we're streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and Twitter. The main hub is the Mr. Short Dollar YouTube channel, where we talk about personal finance, business, entrepreneurship, and investing. So again, if you have to leave, you're just coming in, stay in while you're in, guys. But if you have to leave, remember, go to Mr. Short Dollar on YouTube, Mr. Short Dollar on YouTube, and check out a video in its full entirety. Again, we're talking about the importance of customer feedback. So listen, if you have any challenges over the years, well, things that, where you've talked to customers, heard things, we're not talking about customer service. You both look tired at the beginning, but customer feedback, listen to your customers, getting their opinions. I know you guys been an entrepreneur, people like, well, you should charge, you've been an entrepreneur, a potential entrepreneur, just being out sometimes like, hey man, y'all, that costs too much. You need to do it this way. Y'all need to offer this. You need to offer that. Listen to people's opinions where you like, I don't know, maybe should, or you stuck in your ways. Put it in the chat. Let me hear from you guys. Do you guys have any situations where you're like, hey man, customer laid some stuff out, but I don't know, what, if that'd be a good idea or not. Put your particular situation in the chat. And when we start talking about the importance of customer feedback, I want to teach you guys a couple ways just how you can gather feedback. Okay, remember, guys, we always have to keep in mind and keep a cool head with it. This is America. Everybody got an opinion, right? And people can say things that can rub you the wrong way, especially if you feel good about the direction and the way that you're going about everything, right? So just kind of keep that in mind. You're not always going to hear what you want to hear. Okay, so you have to have some thick skin, but an open mind. Gotta have thick skin with an open mind, because at the end of the day, you just, when we out here trying to make money, it feels good to get praise. It feels good to get accolades, but it feels a whole lot better to make that money, right? So, if you want somebody to treat you like a Care Bear, hug and kiss on you all the time, that's on you. But you can be love, and be drowning. And a lot of people go through that. I'm just telling you right now, because you got folks out here, they'll go to people that are close to them and tell them everything that they want to hear. You doing good, it's good, that's straight, that's fine, it's fine. And it's not. It's not. And you got to be honest with yourself, because people say the delivery is off. You could have said it a different way. People don't have to say shit to you at all. People don't say nothing to you, right? You just have the business owner be able to decipher, like, they just don't see it. And you can be legitimate with what you're saying, like, they just don't see what I'm trying to do. And that could be totally the truth, right? You got everything going. I understand what they're saying, but this is what I'm doing. Just trust me. Get it. Been there, done that. Understand that aspect. But can also be certain things that, you just not listening. And I'm telling you right now, one of the biggest culprits I see, most of the time I go to the restaurants, they got the wrong people working that front desk. They got the wrong people. They aren't inviting. They aren't warming. They aren't engaging. They have people that in a lot of these special restaurants and bars, they have no training on how to make customers feel good about being there, right? And there's a lot of times people are they have, especially restaurants, there's a real lack of training that I feel. And I think a lot of times people use, they train at their level, but they should probably get training for their people, because you have the right waitress or the right bartender or the right maitre d' bring you in, man, you'll spend way more than money you expected to. You got the bar waitress come by, well, y'all good? You got another drink? Looking good? Hey, boy, you doing this? You doing that? Hey, girl, you looking good? Whatever. Hey, girl, go and get you another drink, girl. I know you done work hard this week and you feel like that. And they coming back. Hey, you good? And you just feel so great that shit, you just, hey man, give me another. Hey man, y'all ready for another round? Hey, come on now. You had intentions of spending $5, you leaving, you don't spend 50, right? Because people made you feel so good that you say, damn, we here. We had a good time. Music, the environment, everything is on point. And I don't think a lot of places invest in their people knowing how to make people feel a certain way. I really don't. Because the customer service is not even just when we start talking about again the importance of customer feedback, I don't want to get too confused with the customer service. They treating you bad or anything like that. Like they can treat you okay. They can be so damn professional. Like you damn near felt like, okay, I was just sitting by myself. Like they actually did right by you. When people give you an experience and make you feel so good, ooh, that's the thing about it. What's this? Kim Altman. Sorry, I had missed your message. Kim said poor conflict resolution skills. You know what? And that's even with the conflict resolution skills. I appreciate that, Kim. The thing of it is, you still go to the training. Like you have some people that innate they know how to process and handle different situations where it's already in them to do it. But when you start talking to the business owners about additional training and additional skill set that people have, one of the first things people bring up is, well, I gotta pay for that. I got a cost for that. As a business owner, guys, I'm gonna be honest with you, some stuff you can't afford not to spend money on, right? We talked about that the other week on the show. Advertising, lifeblood of your business, People, when you start your business up, guys, whatever vehicle you use. When I say vehicle, I'm talking about maybe social media, it may be radio, it may be print, maybe TV, whatever. You still gotta have the advertising budget. Now, depending on what industry or business you are on or whatever, that dictates what vehicle your target audience is gonna be on. So that changes because that was a whole show. You can check out the video I did on how to advertise and how to market the show $1 way into 2 different videos in regards to how to pick out the right channel. Channel the whole platform on what to do, because some people on social media don't need to be on social media, and some people need to be running ads and they're not. And just finding that right way to do that. But I definitely want to tell you guys, like, you got to make sure when you drafting these budgets, you're getting this great ambiance for your business, you got advertising in that budget. You got to have it, right? So I won't get too far off topic. And again, we're talking about how to gather customer feedback, direct feedback from your customers, conduct email surveys, things like that. You can use the Google Forms, type form, send stuff out. When the number one assets business can have is what? That email list. People coming in, find some way to get people's, emails. When you got your website set up, people go to your website, pop up, put your name, emails, stuff. You can get a free drink on us, whatever, gathering intel. Once you're on that email list, you got an email list. Remember, business owners, you can always send, different things to them. If people know that are, on the Mr. Short Dollar or Majestic Business Service email list, you get about 2 or 3 emails a week from me. Now if you open it up or not, you get them from me. I own that, right? So what I always look at is we can have all that stuff on autopilot. We're doing those particular things, and you may not call me but once or every or twice, every 2 years, whatever. Those are thousands of people that I'm sending out messages to do it. And when they get it, it paid for itself. One person paid for it. But if you have like that 2 or 3 people call, man, I got an email deal. I wasn't even thinking about this. But hey, you the person I need to talk to. Get that kind of stuff. We want to be able to get that intel, conduct those emails, ask for feedback and follow-up emails after purchases. You guys see it. Hey, you want to sign up? Especially when you do the guess for your receipt back there, you're in that database. They can ask you, how was your experience? How was it? This, that, and that. You want to do a quick survey, do kind of different things like that. You can use live chat or phone calls, get direct insights. But you just want to ask the people, hey, man, how you like it? How was it? Was it good? That's why, you see some restaurants, managers walking around, y'all good? Y'all straight? Anything we can do for you? Get intel. He said, no, it wasn't good. Hey, how can we fix it? Is some of the like, I don't want to get into mix the words with complaints or whatever. Is some of the stuff going to be legitimate? Is some of the stuff going to be, have any legs with it? Maybe not, but you still got to do it. You still got to listen. Social media and online reviews, monitor comments and DMs. You can use Instagram stories and polls, question boxes and engagement stickers. It's out there. Facebook free, Instagram free. Gather that information, okay? Check reviews in Google, Yelp, Amazon, Facebook, Trustpilot. That's why it's there. Do not look at those things, those listings like the Google, Yelp, and things like that. It's just a moment for exposure. It's a moment for gather intel and just credibility. Everybody ain't gonna like your stuff. You can't get in your feelings because of that. Because the good, everyone loves to have a 5-star rating, right? When somebody has something different, get on it. Right? Gather that intel. And analytics and behavior tracking, use website heat maps and visitor recordings, those kind of things. You got your web developer, make sure they have the actual term for it. I know Facebook uses like different tracking mechanisms where you can find different behavior items that the people that visit your website have. You can look at the drop-off rates, what I'm saying, when people go on your stuff and just with, looking at how long they engage your information, how long they're on your sites, sales trends, their retention data. Look at it. How many people y'all have coming in each year? How long do they stay? Like, we got people coming under contract. How long are they doing it? How often are they visiting? You have to look at your data, guys. You cannot be a business owner and you just going off your eyeballs in regards to what you see coming in and going out. You got to be able to look at the data and information. And here's the deal, guys. Listen, I know everybody ain't a numbers junkie like me. I get it. There's nothing wrong with it. But you got to find somebody that can. Or find some system in place to be able to put that information that you see and have it explained to you in English. Because the difference between a business owner and a CEO, a real CEO, we start looking at executives from the business level, everything's strategic. A business owner is just somebody that just renew the damn business license every year, right? A CEO is moving on a strategic level. They're planning, they're developing, they implement, right? That's the thing you got to be able to sit here and look at. If you see, you have to be able to know not everything. Business owner, you don't have to know everything. You just need to know a little bit about a lot of stuff so you can make an informed decision. That's it. You just need to know a little bit about a lot of stuff to be making an informed decision. Because you don't have to know the law. You just need to know what lawyer to get. You don't need to know all the requirements for different things for us, food and all that kind of stuff. You just need to know where to go to look, right? That's it. And be able to gather the information and be able to make an informed decision. Not a thought, an informed decision based off the data you collected, okay? What we got right here. Y'all, hey, feel free to leave comments in the chat. Y'all ever got any issues with or anything you want to discuss in regards to customer feedback? Let me see if I got everybody leaving it out. And now if I missed your comment, I apologize. Let me see right quick. I got I got everything in front of me. I ain't in the lab. Y'all, like I said, y'all keep reading 3:16 in your prayers. But I'm on the ones and twos by myself tonight, so I'm trying to move everything accordingly. So please forgive me if I get to your comment too late or take me a minute to get to it. Let's Talk America Radio. Great topic. Customer service is key. Customer feedback is an interesting spectrum. Do you think that negative reviews are more impactful than positive ones? Naysayers can be loud. Shayna. Okay, cool. Appreciate that, Shayna. Thanks for leaving the comment. The thing about do I think customer negative customer reviews are more impactful than positive ones? Yeah, I do. I think anything that's heard negative can have a big impact on something positive, because when people are looking for something, they're looking, just to see, what's good. So, it's good. It tastes good. Okay, cool. They see one thing bad, 10 good, one bad. It kind of makes people feel some type of way. Then we got 20 good and then 2 bad. And people feel, even though you have more good than bad, human psychology, people just kind of feel some type of way. So I think you have a much detrimental impact. And let's be honest with you. A lot of times when you start thinking about the volume of people that actually visit places, a lot of times people really don't start making comments until they have a bad experience. Then you do have people that do it. And a lot of times, I'm just speaking for myself. And if you've been a customer of mine, one of the first things people know once we get done with the service is I send you a review. I send that to you. Hey, can you give a quick review for the Google Ads or whatever? Cool with doing that, right? So that's probably why, again, if you go look up Majestic Business Service on Google reviews, you'll see, I think we had a 4.9. And I know that one person that have that negative, I know who that is, right? But those kind of things where you pushing on people. Hey, you enjoy yourself. Can you make a review? Let me text this to you. Let me email this to you. 2 out of 5 we're going to respond. I will say that not everybody responds. We're doing it. But you give yourself that cushion, because don't ever take for granted people having a good experience with you, right? It's one thing to poke a chest out, say, we're doing good, we take care of people. Hey, let them talk about you. Let them brag on you. Let them do that. Catch them at a good time. Hey, man, can you just go on here, just do this right then and there? Cool. They feeling good. They feeling great. Even though they changed their mind later on, you took advantage of that then. You got that information there. But when people have a bad experience and stuff, and we don't think about it a lot of times, where we just be assertive, not aggressive, but assertive with trying to get, a good review. You got to try to sit here and just take advantage of it. Because when people have a bad experience and they put it on there, and if you haven't been diligent about getting people to give you reviews, you're gonna miss out, right? Come back to bite you in the butt then. Okay, so you got to that's a good question. You got to be very, very mindful when it comes to customer reviews and what people do, because you can't you can't really just control how people feel, right? People, you can do everything you're supposed to with how they deem the experience. Trader Code says leaving their review is essential, good or bad. And then leave those reviews, people, 100%. Now, that's a great point. But business owners, you have to be assertive. You have to be assertive with asking for it. If I see you feeling good, I got it. I got to get it. Hey, man, listen, I'm finna send this to you. If you've been a customer of mine, you got one. Now, like I said, 2 out of 5 are going to respond. But catch them while they're on that high. Now, do I think it's wise to send a customer review to somebody had a bad experience? Hell no, right? But again, they probably gonna take the initiative of their own. But it behooves you, if somebody had a good experience with you, hey, put it out there, right? They ain't got to give you a 5-star, but even the 3.5 or 4, and they giving out good things, because again, everybody got different levels on how they rate. But let me say 3.5. We had a great time, love the place. We'll be coming back. And you're like, why the hell you give me a 3.5? The word's good enough. Okay. I'm just saying, be assertive with riding that momentum. If you see somebody have a good experience, hey, just do it. I don't care. If you're selling chapstick, boots, hair oil, all kind of stuff I see people selling. Ask for customer feedback. Because definitely if you have something that's different, be it clothing, especially like facial stuff, food and stuff like that, people like to see, it's great to hear stuff, but people get comfort in hearing other people's experiences. Did it get you sick? They see this is my diet drink. It'll get you, I made it from, branches and leaves and stuff I found in my yard, but it guaranteed to have you lose 15 pounds. And you reading it like, and it sound good. And you to show a picture of you chubby, then to show a picture of you fine. And you just like, everybody like, damn, but they don't know. But if you got a couple of people saying it, BSing or not, people find comfort in it because it's some kind of trial and error that went down. You got to be smart about that, okay? Business owners, we're talking about the importance of customer feedback. Remember, it's all about making folks feel right. You want to do right. I'm never going to condone lying or anything like that. But when people enjoy you, have a good time, that ain't the time to just be patting my chest, feeling good. Take advantage of it. Record it. Hey, let's make a quick, you enjoy yourself? Hey, let's make a little video. Hey, I'm right here, we at Mr. Short Dollar's Rib Shack and stuff like that. My customer just got the little rib plate. Y'all seen them. Hey, man, tell me how you felt about it. Oh, it was good. I seen some little place in Riverdale. There's like a little restaurant. They sell wings and all that kind of stuff. I mean, you like some stuff gonna give you damn heartburn and diabetes. It look delicious, but I can't eat all that stuff. But they always got folk, this eat, just video after video after video after video. And I think that's extremely clever with doing it, right? Because I know everybody in there like, they got a negative opinion, but you just pump it in and pump it in and pump it. And what it does, it piques our curiosity. It piques up interest. Man, I gotta go check it out. That's in Riverdale. Let me go check it out, and everything. That's how you take advantage of that. Taking advantage of it. Of course, they're gonna make a video. I hate this place. This food nasty. Get my damn money. No, take advantage of momentum. Okay, take advantage. Again, we're talking about the importance of customer feedback. Take advantage of momentum, guys. Take it. Remember, we don't need our egos to get bigger. We need our purse to get bigger. Always remember that. We need that purse getting bigger. So just keep that in mind, okay? We were talking again the importance of customer feedback. Now we're going to go into how to interpret customer feedback. How to interpret customer feedback. And this is why I kind of alluded to a little earlier. I've been rolling pretty good by myself. You know, me and Lab be rolling, but I do a pretty good job bumping my guns by myself. But the important how to interpret customer feedback, this is a tricky, slippery slope, right? Because again, far too often you'll hear people giving their opinions on how certain things should be done, how certain things should be. And it's just really the way that they feel about it. Not necessarily, I won't necessarily say, you know, legitimacy in it, but it's just their feelings. And again, when you start looking, that's why it's so important. I said to look at the data and look at the information that you have. Just because you feel a certain way about it, that doesn't mean it's going to make a difference on my bottom line, short term or long term, right? Because there's some things we can do. You know, when you start a perfect example of that, when you start looking at technological advances, you might start doing now, but they may be coming a year or two from now, right? So you can start making little small investments with different screens and different stuff like that, right? And, you know, now you just, you know, being a little forward thinking. People say, hey, man, why don't you guys get a kiosk? Hey, man, why don't you guys do this, that, and that? And you might like, I don't want to do that. But that might be the standard 2 years from now. But you can be right, catch the curve with doing it. But you have to use some kind of, you know, processing. When you hear things or when you read things in regards to customer feedback, what's, you know, how am I going to interpret it? So we want to just first start by categorizing the feedback. Number one being positive feedback. Reinforce what's working. Man, this is good. This is it, man. Hey, y'all right on point. Hey, listen, y'all waiter, man, he overtook care of us, you know, and everything. Yeah, listen, y'all guys everything's good. You know, food was hot, all this kind of stuff. You know, listen, you got my taxes done. It came, communication, whatever. Just so positive feedback. You just want to reinforce. If it's working, keep doing it. Keep doing it. Don't get comfortable. Keep doing it. Okay. Reinforce. The first one being positive feedback. The second one is constructive criticism. Identify opportunities for improvement, guys. Don't get in your feelings. Remember, tough skin, open mind. Tough skin, open mind, right? We're talking about that constructive criticism. Identify opportunities for improvement. Like, okay, we can't be doing that fast. We can do it. You know, it may be some things you can't do because, again, the system is the system. But if it's things you can improve on, do it. Do it. Now, keep on that. Remember what I said, guys. Don't get so caught up on the delivery that somebody gave you that you so stuck on, man, he had to say it like that. They front on, and it could be wrong. It could be wrong. People can be rude. They can be disrespectful and stuff like that, but it might have a damn point. And we do not want to lose the message with the delivery. Parents do that a lot. Parents, you know, we'll yell at our kids. We have a good damn point. Kids might be wrong, but because our delivery was so funky, they focus more on that, right? But as a business owner, we can't just be so stuck on the way they said it because they might got a point. Okay? Don't make it right. Remember, tough skin, open mind. Third one is reoccurring issues. Address common complaints immediately. It's too hot, food too salty, y'all too slow. You know, I won't say it's too high. Like, okay, listen, are we standard? Are we discount? Are we premium? We're not going to, go those kind of things. Like, let's address it. Now, again, you addressing it does not mean you're going to change it. You addressing it does not mean you're going to change it because it might still go within your particular business model, right? But you got to sit here and, at least recognize it, okay? That's the thing about it. Again, those when we categorize it, positive feedback, constructive criticism, and reoccurring issues, okay? We want to categorize it. What does that fall in line with it? You got to avoid bias. You got to look at trends, not just one-off comments. Because if we're doing things this way because they don't like it, that doesn't mean we need to change. Remember that, guys. Well, one person man, y'all drinks are nasty, whatever. Shit, man, everybody, they triple tipping, right? So that drink, man, I've been the best for them. And then you made another drink, they still didn't like it. Then you made another drink, they still didn't like it. Right? So is that the norm or just that just their experience? Not you ignore them, but you got to be honest with yourself with certain stuff. Remember, guys, thick skin, open mind. Thick skin, open mind is super important. And you got to prioritize that feedback with your core customer base. Remember what I said when we talk about a lot about having that ideal customer or a target customer. How do they look? Male, female, black, white, income level, short, tall, however. How do they look? What kind of music they listen to? What do they frequent? This, that, and that. That's my customer. Because when we sit there try to sell our product or service to every damn body, right? That's just like shooting that bow and arrow at the woods, in all these trees out there. We can narrow that shot group down. We know who to deliver to, right? That's how you got to look at it. You have some products and services out there that are universal, but everybody ain't gonna want that. Everybody's not gonna want to sit here and go to the soul food restaurant. Everybody's not gonna want to go to the trap burger place. Everybody's not gonna want to go to the exquisite fine dining place. You got some people that may do it on certain times, Valentine's, Mother's Day, Father's Day, anniversary, whatever, this, that, and that. Then you got some people that actually, shit, this is what I do. This is where we at, right? I go to these kind of establishments all the time on a regular, where the maitre d' knows me, the chef knows me, and all that kind of stuff. They have a core audience, right? So those kind of things, you got to keep that in mind. So when you hear certain comments and questions, do it fall in line with our core. Don't get the visitors, and we want it's important you have visitors, but don't get the visitors confused with your core. People that are going to come there all the time. Y'all know I smoke cigars, right? And being here in Atlanta, I'm not a real big person on cigar clubs, right? When I say clubs, I'm talking about the music and all this other kind of stuff. I like traditional cigar spots where the guys congregate. We sit there and talk about life, and it's mostly men in there. You have mostly men conversations and stuff. Not tripping on nobody, but that's kind of like the atmosphere I like. Now, if I want to go somewhere where the music playing and doing that, I know what I'm doing, but most of the time I like to go there, sit by my damn self, or have one of my partners with me. We just talking and run our miles, politicking, just shooting it, right? When people have tried to do models like that, business gets slow, then they want to have a karaoke night, then they want to have a ladies' night, then they want to have this. Now you don't really have no core. You're all over the place because you're trying to survive. And that shit, it don't work. It don't work, right? Just keeping it real with you with that. So you got to kind of make sure that when we start taking this customer feedback, I hear them talking, but they ain't really what I'm trying to deal with anyway. You know what I'm saying? Like, and I understand how that is. Well, desperate times can cause you to evolve involuntarily. Evolve involuntarily. Well, you not necessarily want to be that, but you got to keep the lights on. But you got to be realistic how far away you can go with that, because people, when your core is going to be there with you forever, your core is going to stick with you forever. But the trends, there's that trends. When you're hot, you're hot. When you're not, you're not. When you're new, you're new. When you're old, and they leave, right? That's the reality of everything. So you got to kind of be realistic when you get in some of these comments. Do they fall in line with your core? When you start trying to make adjustments, we start talking about how to interpret this kind of stuff. You can use AI and tools to analyze the feedback. The Google Forms, Survey Monkey, Typeform. Just check out them results. Guys, you got to read. it. You got to read it. I'm gonna be honest with you. It makes no sense to ask people how did something go? How did it make you feel? What did you think about it? And you don't process it. It's stupid. It's stupid. And it can be so critical to your survival. Remember what I said, thick skin, open mind. I can't stress that to you guys enough. You know who your core audience is. And sometimes, like, look, man, they just, no matter what they say, they ain't gonna like it, right? Or they have things to say. But we know the guys or the customers rather, that actually love us, this is what they want, this is what we give it. Now, if they kind of fall out of line with them, make some adjustments. Not saying you don't listen to everybody, but you got to make sure you're staying in line with what you're trying to do. If you got a traditional bar where, just people may come in just like it's a predominantly work environment, to come in and stuff, this is what they want. They like the feeling where, the bartender, like I say, everybody knows who you are, just like Cheers, right? If that's it, you can't go too far out of it, because you got people that come in that, man, change the music. It's dead in here. But 70-80% of the people are kind of cool with what you might call, somebody may deem, boring music. You can't get too far out of that, right? We got to just be like, my man, this is typical what we have and stuff like that. I've been in bars where, guys like, hey, went to a bourbon bar, and a guy walked in like, hey, man, can we put on the game? Like, man, really don't look at the game in here. Kind of throw off the vibe of everything now. So bourbon bar, they got the TVs really for, to me, I think it was just damn screensavers. People just the element that was in there, right? And, you can go in like, man, why the hell we got liquor, cigars, but we can't watch the game? That's not what they were trying, that's not the vibe they were trying to have. And making one person happy as opposed to keeping everybody, the 10, 15 other people comfortable with this, how they like it. Can't do that, right? So we got to kind of navigate that kind of, part of it. Again, we're processing, how to interpret that customer feedback. What's legitimate, what's not legitimate. And I don't want to necessarily say anything wouldn't be legitimate, because anybody's feelings or how they want to, how they feel about something, it's important. But you got to be honest with yourself, how impactful you're going to make that to you. Because again, if it don't align with what you're trying to do, it won't make a difference anyway, okay? Again, we're talking about the importance of customer feedback. We're streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and Twitter. The main hub is the Mr. Short Dollar YouTube channel. We have over 1,000 videos covering personal finance, business, entrepreneurship, and investing. We also have an active grant playlist with over 150 different grant opportunities. So if you do have to leave, you just came in the middle of the show, remember to go to Mr. Short Dollar on YouTube, subscribe to the YouTube channel, and take advantage of all the great information there. You can check out this video in its full entirety as well. And another part, we start talking about applying the customer feedback to improve your business. Again, that's what we done got the information, and interpret it, and now we finna apply it. Done gathered it, interpret it, and now we finna apply it, okay? And so, we look at applying that customer feedback to improve things. We got to improve in your product or service. You can make small tweaks based off the feedback before you do big overhauls. Small tweaks. We ain't gonna just move everything. People said this, people said that. Make a little changes here and there, little adjustments, whatever. Test the changes with beta tests of the focus group before you make a full lunch. Let me just see, like they don't like our drink menu. Let's add a couple other little drinks to it and see what they think about it. You might, you go to some bars, they may have a spring menu, a summer menu, a fall menu. They may have a lunch menu. They may have a happy hour, evening menu, and add a couple things here, do that. Those are the kind of things you want to make subtle changes, right? Because some people may want certain drinks during the day. Some may want them at night. There may be certain things as far as like, just from with my tax business. Well, why don't you do it this way? Why don't you charge per form instead of the whole thing? Those kind of things, let's kind of tweak it and see. If it doesn't fall in line with what you're trying to do, it's one thing. But when you just say, well, okay, look, what is it going to hurt? Let's just do certain things, make little small tweaks to do that. Again, we just kind of see. Excuse me, like I get a reference all the time. I tell people, put your toe in the water. Put your toe in the water. Kind of see what's different out there if it's shaking or whatever. Make a little changes, drop the price here, add a little this, do certain things. You just got to get a feel for it. And you do have to be realistic about the amount of change you had to see if you really could get a good barometer. And that's being honest too now, because you may have made an adjustment or a change that don't necessarily mean it's going to be enough to gauge in the thing. So just kind of keep that in mind. You want to, again, we're talking about applying customer feedback to improve things, enhance the customer experience. Train your team based on common feedback things. Train your team. Train. Not talk, not tell, not yell, not cuss. Train. Training is instructing, testing, making sure they do it over and over and over and over again. Just like you're working out in the gym, just like you playing on a damn sports team, you're training. You don't just tell somebody something and just think that they're going to retain it enough to do something different, right? You got to make sure you improve those response times and your communication. Train, not tell. Keep that in mind, guys. I don't know why the hell people think because I go over this shit with you once or twice, you're gonna be able to get it. Now, if you got a culture where this is the standard of how things go, people can fall in line. Most of the time, people don't have a culture, right? People just go with the flow and don't have certain. But if you have like a system in place where you're training them, remember, like I said, you're telling them, testing them, telling them, testing them, right? You put them in that, but you go out, you got some jobs, and you'll see, you know how it is to feel like just drop you off and son don't help you out or anything like that. And you know how you feel about that. Hopefully you can be in a situation where you can, okay, I got it. But a lot of times you have a real steep learning curve because nobody helped you out. But if you are a business owner, you need to make sure you train your people. I don't give a damn. They say, I got it. You remember business owners, your buck stop with you. Your business crash, employees go get a new job. Your ass said, now you might be homeless, bankrupt, divorce, health issues, stroking and croaking. You got to make sure that you got those systems in place to overtrain your people, okay? Show customers you're listening. You want to make sure you acknowledge feedback publicly. Hey guys, we heard what you guys had to say, and because you wanted the honey lemon wings or whatever the stuff, we're gonna bring them back to you guys. Listen to all the feedback y'all asking about them. Right now, for a limited time, we're gonna do it. And that limited time can be permanent, but again, psychology, you gotta make it feel better. Make them feel heard. You gotta feel heard, guys, because you said it, and we over and over again, and we listen to you. We're gonna do this stuff at this price. You cool with it, right? When people feel like they winning, they in charge, they getting over, again, they spend more money. And when they spend more money, they don't just spend more money, they bring more money back to you. Man, girl, go down. Man, go check them folks out, man. It's the things that you can do for free have the biggest impact on people from a psychological standpoint in regards to, just from retaining them as customers. Not necessarily even retaining what we said the other are referrals, right? So just keep that in mind. You make sure you offer incentives for constructive feedback and give discounts for surveys and things like that, loyalty points, reward points and stuff, or any kind of referral program. Just kind of keep that stuff in mind. We want to be able to create a culture with your customers. Remember, guys, we start talking about how people feel with business, people family, people health, and people money. It's usually what's most important. Those three things: their family, their health, and their money. And if we're honest with ourselves, most of them, that money come first. If they're alive, that money come first. People kill you by their money. They'll kill their damn family members about their money. They'll die trying to make money, right? So, we have to make sure we make people feel so good about spending money. Their experiences, I can't stress that to you guys enough, right? So we got to make sure that we looking at those kind of things and we start talking about customer feedback, all right? Remember again, guys, we're talking about the importance of customer feedback, and we nearing the end. I want to share something with you guys. Like this overcoming negative feedback and turn into an advantage. Overcoming negative feedback, turning it into an advantage. And one of the key things I think is handling negative reviews professionally. Handle negative reviews professionally. Don't want people to just love you and not be prepared for people to just, no, they don't like you. You can't just, how many of you guys have been places where you seen somebody want to say something to the manager act like a real punk. You're sitting there like, why are you arguing with the customer? And you know what? Not saying that the customer wasn't wrong. And keep in mind, I'm not talking about a situation where there's disrespect and somebody's cursing. I'm talking they just didn't like it. And people just get ultimately offensive and they arguing back and forth. And you look like, man, that's leadership. Like, no, you can't do that. You got to respond with empathy. You can offer solutions, avoid those defensive reactions. A lot of times your body language will sit there and tell a whole story. If somebody talking to you, they giving points and you looking away, you ain't looking them in the eyes, and you cutting them off and things like that. Man, just take it. Okay, cool. I listen to everything you say. And matter of fact, active listening. Repeat one or two things they said. Okay, I understand what you said about the food, and I understand, the things you said about with the temperature. We'll work on that. And everything. And I appreciate it and stuff. Diffuse it. listen to it, activities and stuff, but you got to respond, with negative stuff. You got to respond professionally. Don't get so caught in your feelings. I mean, everybody want to feel good, but when you a true boss, you're a true owner. I think everybody, especially in this city where I'm at, Atlanta, everybody's a CEO and all this other kind of stuff, but they just, man, so damn bootleg, they can't handle certain things, and that's why you have folks that go into business and they back, 6 months later complaining about why this didn't work, why that didn't work. And a lot of time it has everything to do with themselves. You gotta, when you have a situation with negative responses, handle negative reviews, you gotta do it professionally. You gotta do it professionally, guys. And now, like I said, we ain't talking about nobody cursing you out, just you compromise on certain things and stuff. You just gotta be able to sit here and just diffuse it. Sometimes people can't argue with a person that's not arguing back with them. They cannot. They cannot. I ain't say let somebody cuss you out, but I am saying I'm not going to go back and forth with you. Sir, I apologize. Things didn't work out, this, that, and that. Hope we can do certain things so we can bring it back whole. Look, we can't do that. I can't give you a full refund because you ate all your damn food. Now you're saying you didn't like it. But what we can do is like maybe give you a credit or this, that, and that. Something to kind of spill it over. They don't like it. You don't like it. But, you have to be able to handle it professionally, okay? Use criticism as a growth tool. Some of the best product improvements come through customer complaints. What we do right, what we do wrong, what can we do differently? How can we make things better for the next go round, right? You be real with yourself about stuff. You can like, okay, I can do this better, okay? Don't get into your feelings, so get so caught up with certain stuff. Look at it as a growth tool to improve yourself, improve your operation, right? Let's think about what Trader Cole said. I had this experience last week dining, just horrible. And that's the thing about it. When we hear certain stuff, you see people like speak their piece about, listen to them. Listen to them. That doesn't make them right. That does not make them right. But it can make you totally wrong for not handling it a certain way. For not handling it a certain way. Just remember that, guys. Remember that. I can't stress you guys enough. I think when we're going to wrap everything up, I can't stress to you enough, guys. If you do have situations we start talking about the importance of customer feedback, number one, know how, listen, gather information, process, implement a strategy. Okay? Gather the information up. We listen to what's going on. Let me process it. In line with what we're doing. Is it right, wrong, totally off, or whatever? How can we make improvements or changes? Then, boom, we just try implementing those changes. Know how to interpret the difference between just like, let's just saying a complaint that you just really can't fix. You're not going to eat all the damn food and then want a full refund. That's just not how that's going to go. I mean, I get it. Like, no, it was just horrible. So I think we need a whole meal. Well, the whole meal is in your stomach. We ain't doing that. Now I can do some things like we can make stuff better, whatever, because some folks are just shady. But then some folks, you looking at it like, man, look, they get nibbled on this shit. So I really don't think that we got something we can get in our feelings or whatever. Say, hey, look, I can't give you a refund and stuff like that, but I will give you a credit towards your next meal. They may not like it, but you got to be consistent with stuff too now. Got to be consistent. You may have your rules with your people. If they touch the food, they can at least get this. If they eat half of it, they can get this. If they don't eat none of it, we can give them this. Those kind of things, again, that's why I said train. Where a lot of situations, you don't necessarily going to have everything covered. Because a lot of things you don't necessarily have covered because different experiences, right? Because, you can have a person that's super nice, super rude, this, that, and that. And sometimes you actually got to go through it and experience some kind of people to know how to handle those situations, right? So we got to experience to teach you. But as much as you encounter, as much as you learn as a business owner, you want to be able to share that information, with your people. Sexy Redbone 28 said professionalism is a must. Again, do not compromise your feelings for professionalism. Don't let nobody abuse you. You ain't gonna never hear that from me. Don't let nobody abuse you, mistreat you, or mistreat your people. But you are in total control of your behavior on how you handle a lot of situations, right? We don't have to go back and forth. And so that's why sometimes we can have a person that was unhappy and we can make them furious how we handle the situation. And then what happens is they go put bad words out. I won't say bad, but they put negative words out on the reviews and stuff. And that can happen. That's part of the business. It can happen. You be like, man, we did right by these people. And you have an opportunity to respond. And when you respond, how many people have read reviews or negative reviews, and this was just the most ignorant response from the management or the owner? You should come by next time. You shouldn't do the fuck. You're like, what the hell's going on? Be mindful of that. Be mindful of that, because the person that reading that could be a person want to have an event there. They're not trying to have a dinner there. They're trying to have dinners. You got to be mindful of that kind of stuff before you start getting your feelings in certain stuff, right? So just kind of, active listening, thick skin, proactive thinking, all this stuff got to come in mind. And make sure, again, guys, all the stuff we talking about, gathering and the information we talking about, we're looking at processing it, looking at and receiving the information, looking at it, gathering, analyzing, and applying those changes to the customer feedback. Gathering, analyzing, and apply the changes with the customer feedback, guys. Again, guys, we've been a great show. We're talking about the importance of customer feedback. Been streaming live on Facebook, YouTube, Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and Twitter. One quick thing, guys, if you are on Instagram, LinkedIn, TikTok, and Twitter, go to Mr. Short Dollar on YouTube right now. Go to Mr. Short Dollar on YouTube. Google it. Mr. Short Dollar on YouTube. Subscribe to the channel. Hit the bell to get a notification each time we upload a new video. Look through the channel. Over 1,000 videos on the YouTube channel. Listen, right, guys, I want to give you guys another challenge. I think we're right at 80,000. We might be at 79,000. We got Project 100 going on, right? You guys that helped me over the years. Project 100. We're going to try to get those 100,000 subscribers by the end of March. Let's go on and get it, guys. Let's go on and get it. Got a lot of great information on the YouTube channel. A lot of great information coming down the pipe. Again, from the bottom of my heart, I want to tell you guys, I love you all. I appreciate all the love and support. Hope the information we talked about tonight in regards to the importance of customer feedback, what to listen for, learn what to listen for. I hope it's impactful for you guys. You all take care, be safe, and I will talk with you soon. Oh, real quick. Reek, love you. Hope get well soon. And I should be back in the lab next week. But y'all take care. Make sure y'all go to check out my other family on Memphis Radio and TV. But Slick, yeah, get well soon. And I'll see you guys next week. Talk to you later.